Hey there, my fellow anglers and fishing fanatics. Your favorite fishing buddy is here, and we're diving deep into what the 28th of September 2025 holds for us across the incredible fishing grounds of the United States. Get ready, because this day is shaping up to be truly special, offering some fantastic opportunities if you know where to cast your line. I'm going to share some insider tips that'll make your trip unforgettable, so stick around and prepare to be amazed. Friends, this autumn day arrives during one of the most exciting periods for fishing, the fall feeding frenzy. The fish are sensing the approaching colder months and are actively gorging themselves, meaning aggressive bites and epic battles await. Let's talk tactics for a few of our favorite fighters across different regions. First up, the mighty largemouth bass in freshwater lakes and rivers. On this beautiful day, with water temperatures slowly beginning their autumn cool-down, these green monsters will be actively feeding. Look for them in areas where cooler river waters meet the main lake, near weed lines and submerged structure in depths of 3 to 7 feet. They'll be ambushing baitfish preparing for the colder season. For tackle, a medium-heavy bait-casting setup with a 7-foot rod is ideal. Try throwing larger crankbaits in shad patterns, jig and trailer combos along drop-offs, or soft plastic swim baits retrieved slowly near cover. Now, for our saltwater enthusiasts on the Gulf Coast and southeastern estuaries, the redfish and speckled trout will be buzzing with activity. With a waxing crescent moon bringing above-average tidal currents, these fish will be aggressively feeding in the shallow flats, along grass beds, and in the channels. They'll be chasing shrimp and baitfish pushed around by the moving water. A light to medium-light spinning rod is perfect. Try a popping cork with a live shrimp or a soft plastic shrimp imitation for speckled trout. For redfish, a weedless spoon or a cut mullet on a Carolina rig near oyster bars can be deadly. Remember, watch for diving birds. They often indicate schooling baitfish and hungry predators below. And for those chasing a true brawler, the striped bass in our coastal estuaries, especially places like the Chesapeake Bay and other mid-Atlantic regions, will be on the hunt. The slightly cooler water temperatures and active baitfish migrations mean the stripers will be gorging themselves. Focus your efforts around drop-offs, points, and river mouths where baitfish schools congregate. A medium-heavy spinning or bait-casting setup with a 7 to 8 foot rod is ideal. Live lining spot or eels is a classic method, but don't shy away from casting swim baits or topwater plugs at dawn and dusk. For freshwater trout in the western states, streamers will be picking up, and October caddis or terrestrial patterns will still be effective, especially with a dropper. Now let's break down the conditions for this spectacular day. Weather-wise, we're looking at a generally transitional period across much of the United States on the 28th of September. Air temperatures will vary significantly. In the northern states, expect daytime highs around 15 to 25 degrees Celsius or 59 to 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Meanwhile, in the southern states like Florida and Texas, temperatures could still reach 30 degrees Celsius or 86 degrees Fahrenheit and even higher. Evenings will cool down nicely across the board, providing comfortable conditions. Atmospheric pressure is likely to be dynamic, typical for this seasonal shift, which can sometimes make fish a bit finicky, but the overall feeding drive should outweigh minor pressure fluctuations. We can expect moderate rainfall in some regions with scattered showers, but generally the day is forecast to be largely free of widespread heavy precipitation. Winds will generally be a gentle breeze shifting towards a north or northwest pattern, around 5 to 10 kilometers per hour, which can help concentrate baitfish. Water temperatures will continue their slow cool-down in most inland waters, while coastal ocean temperatures will vary significantly. In the warmer Gulf and southeastern coastal waters, expect temperatures ranging from 75 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit, keeping species like redfish and speckled trout very active in the shallows. On the cooler Pacific coast, temperatures will be in the upper 60s to low 70s in Southern California and cooler in the high 50s to low 60s in Northern California. This slight drop in water temperature is a key trigger for the aggressive feeding behavior we see in the fall. It signals to fish that winter is coming and they need to bulk up. Regarding the moon phase, on the 28th of September 2025, will be under a beautiful waxing crescent moon. It will be approximately 35 to 36% illuminated and about 6 days old. Many anglers, myself included, believe that the period right after a new moon, as the crescent begins to wax, brings stronger tidal currents. Stronger currents can often stimulate feeding activity, making fish more active as they ambush bait concentrated by the flow. This could be a significant advantage for us. General fish activity. Overall, friends, the fish are in a fantastic state of activity. Late September is considered a sweet spot for anglers across the United States. As summer fades, fish sense the seasonal shift and feed much more aggressively. Many species are actively migrating and focusing on baitfish, leading to what many call a fall feeding frenzy. Expect active largemouth bass aggressively feeding redfish and speckled trout, and striped bass on the move. So, my friends, my clear assessment for the 28th of September 2025 is that the bite will be excellent to good across most of the USA, with some truly outstanding moments. This forecast is based on the widespread fall feeding frenzy driven by cooling water temperatures and seasonal migrations, amplified by the stronger tidal currents of the waxing crescent moon. While dynamic pressure changes are possible, the overwhelming biological imperative for fish to feed will make this a prime day to be on the water. Well, that's the scoop, my friends. I sincerely hope these insights help you land that trophy fish you've been dreaming of. Remember, every day on the water is a gift, so make the most of it. From my boat to yours, I wish you all tight lines and Nick Foster, ni cheshwi. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future forecasts and tips. And tell me in the comments below, what are your fishing plans for this weekend, and what species are you hoping to target? Share your observations. I love hearing your stories. Until next time, happy fishing, everyone.